Hi everyone, welcome once again to the TrainAid HQ. My name is Nick, and in today's video we are looking at the Level 3 Award in Education and Training, and we'll be undertaking question 2.3, explain ways to engage and motivate learners. So for this assignment question, we need to explain a minimum of 5 ways that you as a teacher or trainer can engage and motivate learners. So as we know, probably one of the most important roles of a teacher is to be a motivator. This is to engage your learners throughout your course from start all the way to finish. We're providing them with constant support, feedback, reassurance. So they're going to continue with their course progress. They're going to feel focused and engaged and motivated to achieve their goals. So this assignment question is just looking at those practical ways that you as a teacher can really display those qualities and skills. So as mentioned, we're looking for 5 practical ways. And just on the assignment template, we have got just some examples that you can take forward. So for example, one of the most fun ways is, of course, to promote games, activities, and quizzes. So if you structure your quizzes and games to your subject specialism, if it's relevant, then these can really promote competition. Your learners can work within perhaps small groups. They could give their group's team names. So it's a real dynamic way of getting your learners to become really engaged and focused. So nothing does that more than a competitive element. Simply passion and enthusiasm for your subject. So once again, if you've got that natural drive, that passion for your subject, this is going to be really infectious, and your learners are going to feel that buzz that you're showing as a teacher. So even if you're new to teaching or an experienced teacher, you do need to keep your own self quite fresh. You need to have high motivation levels as well. So you need to have that passion, that love, that drive for teaching your subject area. Another key way is to promote active learning. So if learners are active and not passive, they're going to be engaged and motivated. Okay, so think about the approaches that you're using. Are learners empowered? Are they challenged within the teaching environment? Are they learning something new as well? The next one is to have a varied teaching style. So as we mentioned before, within inclusion, this unit is all about selecting a wide variety of different teaching activities and approaches to tap into learners' individual learning styles. As we mentioned, they might be a blend of those different styles of visual, oral, reading and writing, kinesthetic. So if we have a varied teaching style where we incorporate different learning activities, it's going to keep your learners engaged and focused as well. The next one is to demonstrate up-to-date knowledge as well. So you as a teacher, of course, you need to have the most relevant and up-to-date knowledge as well. You can do this in many ways. You could perhaps keep reading the news within your subject area. You could sign up to alerts and newsletters from your awarding body. You could attend conferences. Furthermore, you can have discussions with your manager as well, because they might be able to tell you about the latest updates within the qualification area. So simply attending standardization meetings will, of course, promote your subject knowledge as well. Furthermore, we have praise. So praising your learners is a fantastic way, as we know, of making sure they're motivated. Giving rewards to learners, it could be a tangible reward, it could be a physical reward, okay, or it could just be giving them a reward, perhaps like a points reward as well, a certificate of attendance. All of those things can really help boost learners' motivations and drive. Some other examples: setting clear targets and goals for your learners and expectations as well. So hopefully breaking down the qualification into manageable chunks so it's more achievable and they can see their end goal as well. ILPs are another great way to boost learner motivation, because there are opportunities to meet one-to-one with your learners and to have a chat about their course progress and give them a pat on the back if they're doing well. Provide regular feedback, of course, so through Q&A within the lessons, discussions, you can give feedback on how they're performing and to see whether or not learners are on the right track, and make learning fun and challenging as well. So, of course, learning, if it's fun, then it's going to be more enjoyable, and also challenging as well. So learning shouldn't be necessarily easy, as we know. Keeping challenging, engaging is really going to promote team cohesion there. So what we're looking for is a minimum of 5 ways that you as a teacher can promote learners' engagement and motivation. I've selected 5, which I'll obviously read the first answer and go through my remaining answers, but feel free to write any 5. And we're looking for, I would say, 3 to 4 lines in terms of level of detail there. You can, of course, put your own examples in as well. And so do reflect on any approaches that you use within your current practice if you are teaching at the moment, or you could write about things that you would like to maybe trial when you do become a qualified teacher as well. My first example is to demonstrate up-to-date subject knowledge. So it is important for a teacher or trainer to demonstrate an up-to-date knowledge, because it will ensure that what learners are learning is current, relevant, and aligned with the latest standards within their subject area. Especially important within qualifications where safety is paramount. Perhaps you have to learn a specific skill or operate machinery. So if you're teaching to the latest standards, it complies with all of those safety procedures as well. By teaching the most relevant standards, this will help to build credibility and trust. So your learners will listen to you more closely. If you're teaching something which is out of date, and learners get perhaps wind of you're teaching out of date, the subject or the methods are outdated, then learners might sort of lose that respect and trust and question your values and your knowledge as well. But looking on the positive side, if you've got up-to-date subject knowledge, learners will be motivated to achieve the qualification with your help and direction there. So always stay up to date with your subject area. As mentioned before, passion and enthusiasm for your subject. So again, I haven't written that answer, so obviously you can see, in terms of 3 to 4 lines is what we're looking for in terms of meeting the pass criteria. But if you have that natural passion and enthusiasm, then learners will respect you. They will really appreciate that you're being so open and honest about your subject, and they will really be hopefully inspired by your drive, your forward thinkingness as a teacher. And I think that's a great hallmark, a great responsibility, absolutely, is to be a motivator and to engage your learners. As mentioned before, promote active learning. So the promotion of BARC, with having a different variety of activities that's going to engage our learners. We're going to make sure that they're not bored, that learning is active, it's not passive, that your lessons have pace as well. So I would say short, snappy activities or exercises are going to keep the attention span of our learners. A varied teaching style as well. So I think that it goes hand in hand really with active learning. But I think your lessons, if you're teaching, once again, perhaps a week-long course, have a scheme of work, so you're not repeating the same activity or approach. So you could have a video one day, the next day it could be questions, discussions, debates, maybe presentations. So have a varied style to keep learners engaged and motivated. Final one is praise. So just giving praise to your learners, both openly, so verbal praise, and also written feedback. We can praise learners that way as well. But I think praise is a fantastic way of encouraging learners to say that they're on the right track, keep going. Learners could be quite worried or anxious that, you know, what they are writing isn't hitting the criteria. So we have to give lots of praise, reassurance, and support as well. But those are my 5 examples. But if I was to continue with this answer, I'd make sure that I'd write 3 to 4 lines there. Once again, if you're teaching at the moment, you can include your own examples, and you could include examples which are not featured on the template there. So that is it for question 2.3, explain ways to engage and motivate learners. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, please do provide me with your feedback on the video. Hopefully it's been a useful learning tool. Once again, do like and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on one of our future courses.